Oh my God, I've been talking to you guys and I've been muted. Can I see a thumbs up that you guys can see my screen? Yes, cool. Okay. I was like, how come no one's responding? It's because you guys couldn't hear me. I'm sorry, you guys. Hello, you guys. So this is our February kickoff Zoom. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I'm starting our groups like February 17th, and then our next round will be March 16th. I don't know about you, but at the beginning of the month, even though it's like a brand new month, I feel kind of chaotic, like just in every area of my life. And I want to help you guys kind of, have a week or two off and then refocus and commit and have an awesome 3 weeks. So our next round will be starting March 16th. You guys all get access to that because you're a part of this group. Whether you are brand spanking new, like I see Abby on here, or if you've been in the rounds for a couple times, you're always welcomed in. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Meg Kozlowski. You'll be getting to know me through the challenge group because I will be running this with some of the other coaches on my team. You will see some other names pop up. You'll see Sarah, you'll see Gabriella, you'll see Christina and Kitty and a couple other coaches. And the reason that I do that is, with building my team, I always want my coaches to be able to share their knowledge and join the groups with me and help their clients as well. So if you ever decide, in the future that you do want to become a coach, just know that you have access to my group to bring your clients in as well, and you'll be able to help me with the groups as well. Okay, so we're going to go over just some real simple things. And guys, if you have questions, just type them in the chat bar. And at the end of this, I'll go back and I will answer anything that I see in a little chat bar, okay? So first and foremost, you guys, this is your journey. And I've been a Beachbody coach for 10 and a half years. I have my degree in nutrition. I actually went to school for nutrition and have my master's in public health nutrition. So nutrition is my jam. I've also taught exercise classes from the age 18 up until I think I stopped doing that at the age of 25 when I went full-time as a Beachbody coach. So I love exercise as well and keeping things very simple. If you follow me on social media, I have a 4-year-old and I have a 8-month-old who's about to crawl. Pray for me, you guys. But I know that healthy living can be really complicated when we complicate it, okay? And if we can keep things super simple and use the resources and the tools and the support that we have in the group, you can be extremely successful with these products, okay? So let's first and foremost talk about workouts. Your workouts, you have them available to you through Beachbody On Demand. You can use the little app on your phone that's available to every different kind of phone. You just download it, on your app store on your phone, iPhone, Samsung, Android, all the different phones. You just type in Beachbody On Demand and you'll be able to see it pull up there, okay? You also can do it on your laptop. You can do it on your computer. I use my Apple TV. I'll be honest, Kirk and I, our old house, it's when Beachbody On Demand first came out, and we were like, why do they put everything streaming? What's up with the DVDs? Like, we love our DVDs, right? And we didn't have very good internet. And when we moved to our new house, we made sure that we got good internet. We bought an Apple TV, and it's like a game changer, you guys. It takes 2 seconds to get everything loaded up. You don't have to wait for all of the annoying stuff at the beginning of the DVDs that they used to have. Like, you can get set up so quickly. So if you don't have a smart TV, Apple TV, Fire Stick, PlayStation, Roku, I would suggest looking into them. Like I said, I love my Apple TV just because it's very user-friendly, and it makes it, I think, more of an enjoyable experience. Schedule when you're going to be working out, okay? So you're going to hear me say this a lot, you guys. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I used to roll my eyes when I would see that quote. I'd be like, okay, whatever. It's true, especially with working and having children and having to be a wife and having to do all these different things, you guys. If we do not plan our workouts, it's not going to happen. I always suggest people, if you can, start doing it in the morning, because if you can do it before the kids wake up or your spouse wakes up or before you have to go into work, you're less likely to have life happen. I see clients all the time in our groups post, life just got too crazy and busy and the kids needed me after work, so I'm going to have to skip my workout today. To be able to avoid that, you guys, get it done first thing in the morning. Not only does that help you avoid missing it, but it gets your day started on a good foot. You know, I know for me, I am less likely to snack on sugary foods if I get my workout first thing in the morning. Okay. I also have, if you saw my post on Facebook, I talked about this earlier. You have better digestion, more energy, you're in a better mood, you're less stressed, you sleep better, and so many other things that are affected by getting a morning workout. Okay. So sit down and schedule when you're going to get your workout in. If you miss a workout, I have this come up all the time where, especially right now, you guys, we're still in flu season, right? So if you get sick or, you know, something happens or you travel or whatever, and you miss a couple days of your workout, if you did well the first couple days or the first couple weeks, do not restart. Just pick up where you left off. If you're only a couple days in and you feel like, oh, I could have like done a lot better, I really wasn't focused on my nutrition, or I wasn't giving it my all in my workouts or whatever, you can restart, but I suggest just picking up where you left off. You do not have to double up on workouts. I see some clients do that where they say, you know, I missed Tuesday's workout, so I'm going to do Tuesday and Wednesday together. That's your call, but it's not like mandatory. Okay. Like if you want to do 2 in a row, cool. But I would suggest just picking up where you left off. Okay. And like I said, this is your journey. I have some clients who come in, is this freezing? Okay. I have some clients who are doing marathon training, triathlon training, all this kind of stuff. You can use these workouts as cross training for that. Okay. Tips to be successful with nutrition, you guys. Decide if you're following the 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix, or if you're doing just the Beachbody Nutrition Guide that comes with your program. If you click on Beachbody On Demand, you guys, and whatever workout you're doing, a lot of you guys are doing Real-Time 21-Day Fix or Real-Time 21-Day Fix Extreme or Morning Meltdown 100, or I have some Bar Blend people, click on the program materials. There's a little tab right next to the workouts, okay, and it says Program Materials. The nutrition guide is in there. Now, the Beachbody Nutrition Guide is a very just general idea of nutrition, you guys. If you are someone who struggles with nutrition, I highly suggest looking into 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix. The containers have been a game changer for me. Okay, I'm a nutritionist, you guys, and I struggled with nutrition like my entire life. And it wasn't until I started doing the containers that things just started to click. Okay, and now it's like so mindless for me. Like, oh, okay, these are the kind of containers that I have for the day. I'm good to go. And then if I have a glass of wine or a dessert or something on the weekend, I'm able to jump right back on. Okay, so find what works best for you. If you want more details on the nutrition guides, you can look on Beachbody's website or reach out to me or your coach if I'm not your coach to decide between 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix, because they are 2 very different kinds of nutrition plans, and it totally depends on your goals, your personality. If you're someone who has a lot of emotional eating issues, 2B Mindset is going to be awesome for you, okay? But use the resources, like I said, under the program materials, okay? Eat every 2 hours. I have some coaches or some clients who come to me and say, I'm doing intermittent fasting and I'm having a lot of success with it. Stick with that, okay? The containers, it won't be as easy to do intermittent fasting with the containers, so you want to be maybe more towards 2B Mindset or the Beachbody Nutrition Guide if you're doing intermittent fasting, but make sure that you reach out to your coach to see what's best for you. I suggest if you're doing the containers to eat every 2 to 3 hours, okay? Dinner and done. This is something that was always so hard for me because my husband, you guys show of hands, how many of us watch TV at night? Right? And it's like, ooh, let me grab a bag of popcorn, or, you know, trying to think what else we would eat. We eat peanut butter puffs. That's the thing that my daughter's obsessed with. It would be popcorn. It would be Doritos. It would be things that are not so healthy for you, right? Just something grab and eat. And by the end of the program, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I ate an entire bag of popcorn, right? So we establish this thing, and this is part of 2B Mindset, dinner and done. Something that I like to do is if I'm like still kind of like in my head thinking, okay, I have dinner, but I want to munch on something, I'll grab a glass of tea. Okay, so I'll have tea and sip on that. If I'm craving something sugary, I'll do a Zevia. If you haven't tried Zevia, you guys, it's like carbonated water that's flavored with the Zevia, or the stevia, sorry. And so it's all natural. It's really good, you guys. And they have all different kinds of flavors. They have root beer, that's one of my favorites. Ginger ale and the cream soda are my 3 favorites right now. I actually just tried the and I like that one as well. The other thing, you guys, is Shakeology. So you guys all should have access to either Shakeology or the Performance line. Drink it for 30 days, you guys. If you're brand new to it and you're like, oh man, I'm having to run to the bathroom. I know TMI, you guys, but this is where we got to talk about it. I'm having to run to the bathroom after I eat Shakeology. Sometimes people are alarmed with that. The first week or two, you guys, Shakeology acts as kind of like a scrub brush. So if you're someone who maybe wasn't so focused on your nutrition and all of a sudden you throw Shakeology into it, it's acting like a scrub brush on your insides. That's a good sign, you guys. I know for me, if I have things that are not so healthy for me on the weekend and all of a sudden, I drink my Shakeology on Monday, it cleans me out, okay? Now, if this continues to happen, you guys, split the shake in half, okay? So the scoop, skip it down to half a scoop, okay, for I would say a week or two, and then you can go back to a full scoop. If you're still having those issues and you're doing the regular Shakeology, I would suggest switching over to the vegan, okay? Some people have more sensitive stomachs to the whey, so you have to switch over to the vegan. I do want to encourage you guys to stick it out for 30 days, you guys, because within a couple days, you're not going to see the changes in your digestion and your sugar cravings and your energy and all that stuff. You have to give it a real good 30 days, okay? Performance line. If you are someone who wants to get the most out of your workouts, Energize is amazing. If you ask anyone who's tried Energize, it's like my little secret sauce. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but Energize is the one thing that I drink before my workouts. It helps me push harder during my workouts. I don't have a crazy crash like, normal caffeine. Hydrate, if you're someone who's nursing, make sure you check with your doctor, but it does help my supply because it keeps me hydrated. And then recovery, if you're someone who gets really sore after workouts, look into either the vegan recovery or the regular recovery to help you because it replenishes your muscles and helps you recover faster so you get better results. I personally do all of it. Okay, I do the Energize, Hydrate, and recovery. And obviously Shakeology. So other things to be mindful for the best results, you guys. So yes, we're doing workouts. Yes, we're doing nutrition, but there's other things that go into getting the best results possible, okay? So sleep. You want to make sure that you're shooting for 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I get it. I have an 8-month-old, okay? So there's some nights where him and Tenley, and a 4-year-old, him and Tenley sleep amazing, and we wake up and we're all refreshed and we got 8 hours of sleep, right? And then there's other nights where we are up every single half hour or hour with our children. Some nights are out of your control, okay? But if you know that your kid consistently gets up at 5 a.m., go to bed an hour earlier so that you make sure that you get good sleep, okay? I did hear that you should be in bed by 10 p.m. every single night because that's when your body starts detoxing, naturally detoxing, okay? So shoot to be in bed by 10 p.m. Stress, you guys. So we have no control over our external stress, okay? So maybe your boss is driving you crazy at work, or your kid's sick, or, your husband's driving you crazy, or, something's going on that's stressing you out. We don't have control over that, but we do have control over our internal stress. There's been times when I've gone through the entire checklist of what we're doing right and wrong with clients, and they're for some reason not seeing the best results they should be due to their nutrition and the workouts and everything that I can see. And the minute that we start focusing on stress and saying let's take some you time, right? We all are so busy focused on, and 99% of us are women, right? We're all focused on helping other people. I think I hit record, didn't I? I think I did. I hope I did. If not, I'll have to do it again. But sorry guys, side note. But we're focused on everyone else. We forget to take care of ourselves, okay? So one of the things I love to do is meditate. Now, it's very hard for me to sit still for more than 5 minutes. I love the app Headspace, okay? So you just type it in your phone, Headspace. It's one of my favorite meditation apps. Highly suggest it. Yoga, we have the Yoga Studio on Beachbody On Demand. They have, 10-minute yoga sessions up to 30 or 40-minute yoga sessions. Even if you're doing Real-Time 21-Day Fix or Morning Meltdown and you find yourself really tense and really stressed out, add in one of those 10-minute stretches or 15-minute stretches. I guarantee you're going to feel so much better. Bath, I like to suggest, especially if you're sore, you guys, but this also helps with stress, to have an Epsom salt bath. Okay, lavender and I believe peppermint are good Epsom salts to help you recover your muscles and de-stress. Okay, and then laughter, obviously. Laughter and smile. Water intake, you guys. So I'm going to be a big stickler about this as well. You need to make sure that you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces. Okay, so start with that. So say you weigh 140 pounds, divide it in half, 70 ounces of water every single day. Okay, if you're someone who's not used to drinking a lot of water, you might not be getting half of that right at the beginning. I see, I think Abby drinking her water as we're going right now. So yeah, have it with you guys. Tea, if it's just like clean tea, you don't add anything to it, you guys, that can count towards your water intake, okay? But you wanna make sure that you are getting at least half your body weight. If you're not close to it at the beginning, guys, work towards it. And once you start consistently hitting it, then you can start adding on to that, okay? Because we actually need more than half our body weight in ounces, but that's just a good rule of thumb to start with, okay? Sickness, okay? If you have the flu, if you are throwing up, you can't keep anything in or down, do not work out, okay? Like, I do not want you to work out because your body needs to recover. Even the days afterwards, I recently had the flu like a month or two ago, and it took me a good 3 or 4 days of following the BRAT diet, which I know we all know what that is, you know, bananas, rice, apple, and toast, a couple days afterwards to like be able to get back to working out, okay? So if you have the flu, give yourself a good 3, 4, maybe even a week off of working out. We're not going anywhere, okay? We will be right there for you when you start feeling better. If you have a cold, it actually helps to work out. Now, do not go all out. If you have a cold, you want to take it down to the modifier, low intensity. You might feel kind of lame, like slowly moving through the workout, but a nice light sweat is good. You want to make sure you stay hydrated, but do not go all out, because with both the flu and the cold, if you try to work out during it, number one, it's going to be miserable. But number two, it's going to make you stay sicker longer because your body's going to rush to recover those muscles versus actually help you get over that cold. Okay, so remember that, you guys. All right, weekly measurements and weight. Okay, so if you are one of my clients, you received that email that said, okay, here's the link to fill out your results every single week. Make sure you write down your measurements before you turn them in, guys. I can always get them to you, but just so that you have them right in front of you, write them down before you hit submit, okay? So that you're able to track that along with me every single week. I do track who turns them in. I'm not gonna come chasing you, but I do track who turns it in so that I'm able to give you a shout out and applause. And you guys have, if you lose 10 pounds or 10 inches, it doesn't matter if it takes you a week or 4 weeks or 2 months or 6 months to lose that amount, you get a tank top from me, okay? So just know you're working towards something fun. Most accurate results, you guys. Make sure you remember this. Weigh in first thing in the morning, after you go to the bathroom, before you eat anything, and if possible, without clothes on, okay? Never weigh in the day after you lifted. I get messages all the time from people that are like, oh my gosh, Meg, I've been eating so healthy and I've been following the plan and I jumped on the scale and I have 5 pounds up. And I'm like, okay, so are you sore? And they're like, oh, I'm extremely sore. You know, like I can barely move my body. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense as to why you're up a couple pounds, because our bodies, like when we're basically tearing our muscles. I know that sounds like so weird, you guys, but when we are building muscle, okay, we are doing little micro tears on our muscles to make them grow back stronger, okay? And your body flushes those muscles with water. Okay, and that's why you might feel a little puffy after the day. Those guys talk about being swole, right? Like after they lift weights, they're like, yeah, I'm so swole, right? Like you've seen like those meatheads talk about that. It's because their muscles are literally swollen, okay? Because your body is trying to replenish those muscles. So if you weigh yourself in when you're sore, your body's still holding on to all that water. It's not a bad thing, you guys. It means your body is doing what it's supposed to do, okay? So if there's a day where, you know, you wake up Monday morning and you're like, ooh, I did have a day off on Sunday, but I can literally not move, just send me a message and say, Meg, I am so sore. I'm not going to measure or weigh in. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. As long as I know you're still in this game with me and we're moving and you're just focusing on, not being so sore, that's fine. Okay. If it's the time of the month, you guys, okay, 99% of us are women, if not all of us. We all have that time of month. Even if you're doing everything perfect, you guys, and you're about to start your cycle, you're going to feel a little puffier, right? Like we all feel a little puffier around that time, right? I know I do. I'm like, oh man, I know it's coming because I'm starting to feel puffy and my clothes are fitting weird and my face looks puffier and all that, and we get emotional. But it's because our body, once again, is holding on to water. Once you start, it's actually kind of interesting. I think it's fascinating to see that, like, once you start, your body starts letting go of that water and you'll start feeling leaner again. Okay. So if it's the time of the month, same thing. You can message me and just say, it's the time of the month, I'm not going to weigh in. Okay. Because I don't want us to be so obsessed with the scale and stressed out over it going up and down. Okay. Scale is just for us. It's just a small part of the equation. Okay. Breastfeeding. If you are breastfeeding, you guys, make sure you pump or you feed from both breasts before you weigh in. It's crazy how much you can weigh like heavier with having full breasts. I know that's like crazy, but it's so true. Okay. Last thing, you guys, is that I do not want you to weigh yourself later on in the day. There's been times when people have like gone throughout the day and then they're like, oh my God, I forgot to weigh myself in. And they jump on and, like I said, the scale like jumps up a couple pounds. We are supposed to naturally gain 1 to 5 pounds of water weight throughout the day, you guys, because we are drinking tons of fluid, right? And your body's holding on to some of it, letting go of some of it. That's normal. Okay. And the next day you wake up and you're going to be lighter. Okay. Oh, Ashley, I see your little baby. Oh, those little rolls. Okay. So let's talk roles and responsibility. Okay. So what will you do? Okay, guys, this is what you are committed to do in order to get the best results possible. Remember, you invested in this. Okay, you invested in your results in this group to achieve whatever you want to, whether it's weight loss, whether it's getting stronger, whether it's having a healthier pregnancy, or whatever, you guys. Like, you committed to this. So what are you going to do? You're going to drink your Shakeology every single day, you guys. It's creating that habit, okay? Number 2, you're going to complete your workout every single day unless you get sick, okay? And then you just pick back up afterwards. You're going to stick to your nutrition plan every single day. You're going to check into the challenge group every single day. If you're someone who struggles to remember to check into things, you guys, you can set a reminder. I hope you guys saw in your challenge tracker app. You can set a reminder, and sometimes it gets really annoying, to check into the group. I've had to do that for myself because life gets crazy. How many of us read a text message and you're in the middle of reading it and then you forget to respond back, right? Same thing for this group. You're adding something into your life that's already really busy. It takes you 2 seconds to check in, but set the reminder to check into the group, okay? Comment on your fellow challengers' posts, okay? So this is not mandatory, but doesn't it feel a lot better when you're on a journey and you're doing it with other people? So take a couple minutes, you guys, after you put your post in there. I'm not saying you have to check in there all day and respond back to everyone, but when you put your post up, take a minute or two to just kind of scroll through and like and comment on other people and cheer them on. And then the last thing, you guys, is just turn in your results every single week. I will tell you, from clients who make the commitment to turn in their results every single week, they get way better results for someone who doesn't turn them in. And you want to know why? You're being accountable to something, right? Like, if I know for me, when I'm in a test group of a new program and I have to turn in my results every single Monday, I am way less likely to fall off track on the weekend because I know that I'm going to have to turn those results in on Monday, right? I'm going to think twice about eating that second helping of birthday cake. Or I'm going to think twice about drinking 3 or 4 glasses of wine and maybe only doing 1 glass of wine. Okay, so it just helps you make better choices. So what am I going to do, and the other coaches in the group? We're going to post every single morning. Okay, so you're going to see some kind of post. If it's later on in the day, it's because we probably just forgot, sorry. Or, we're running a little late, but there will be a post up there every single day. Make sure you read through it, ask questions, participate, comment below for whatever kind of questions that we're asking you guys, okay? It's going to just make the group more fun for you. Number 2, we're going to respond to you guys within the group. So if you have a question, post it in there, okay? Number 3, we're gonna be here for you. So talk to your coach, but I'm available through text message, email, through the group. I will tell you, if you do not hear back from me within 24 hours, you guys, message me again, okay? Because I am that person that will open a text message, and darn iPhone does not have the option to mark a message unread. Like anyone else, they hate that. I'm like, wait a second. Like I'll look at a text message from like a week ago and be like, oh my God, I forgot to respond back to my mom, right? It just happens, you guys, with having busy lifestyles and babies pulling at you and running every single which way. So make sure that if I'm your coach and you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, reach back out to me, okay? You're not bothering me. If you don't hear from me, it's a good chance, you know, if you message me and you don't hear back within an hour or two, I have my phone turned off because I do have work hours to make sure that I can be that present, happy mom with my children too, right? So you guys get it. And then the last thing is checking on you once a week. So for me, I do send emails every single week. If you're not getting it, make sure you reach out to me, because I do have an email list, and I reach out to you guys every single week just to make sure that, you know, you're doing okay and if there's anything that I can help you with, okay? So you get out of this what you put into the group, you guys. It truly is a lot of fun, and you will get awesome results if you commit to you, okay? We are creating new habits. If you're someone who's feeling a little overwhelmed and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to nail this nutrition and I'm also supposed to nail the workouts, like, oh my gosh, Meg, let's focus on the exercise first, okay? Focus on the exercise. Do great with your water. I don't know why I'm holding, I guess it's tea is water. But do great with your water for the first week, and then we'll start adding in the nutrition piece, okay? Last thing that I wanted to make sure I shared with you guys, and I'll stop sharing and then I'll pull it back up, is the nutrition plan that I have given you guys access to. And let me pull it up real quick. Hang on. So if you are in these groups, you guys, you have access to this. Where did it go? Hopefully I have the right link. Yep, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to share again, because I have questions all the time that people are like, I need new recipes. We have the Fixate recipes on the cooking show, you guys, but you have access to all of these nutrition plans, okay? And obviously we're in February, but if you want to go back to December or January or November or October and play around, go for it, okay? You have access to all of that. So we are in, what, the third week of February? Oh my gosh, how is it already the third week? So if you go through here, you guys, and you click on this link, and let me know if you don't have this, but we have all these different things set up for you. So there's recipes and grocery lists, okay? So we have different recipes for you to try, like a pumpkin pie oatmeal, a yogurt parfait, avocado toast with paprika, like all these really yummy recipes, you guys. Lunch recipes, we have different shake stuff. Just play around. You know, you don't want to drink the same shake recipe because you'll get sick of it, but like Philly cheese sliders, like yum, you guys. Nutrition and eating healthy does not have to be boring. Now, what I would suggest doing if you're someone who gets overwhelmed very easily is maybe looking at this and not committing to making every single, this is one of my favorites. Kirk and I do this like once a week. This beef and broccoli. It's really easy to make. It's really good. And it's Fixate approved. These are 2B Mindset and Fixate approved, you guys. But like I said, and then we have grocery lists too, okay? But if you're someone who gets really overwhelmed very quickly, okay, commit to 1 or 2 recipes for the week. Okay, like keep everything else very simple and have, you know, vegetables, fruits, and protein and carbs and everything set up, and commit to trying 1 or 2 recipes from this every single week. Okay, and then just kind of layer them on. Because if you try to just make, I know for me at least, make all new recipes in 1 week, I'm in the kitchen all day on Sunday and I'm ticked off and the food goes bad in a couple days, right? Because it's all fresh fruits and vegetables, and then you got to start all over on Wednesday, okay? So pick 1 or 2 new recipes that you can bring into your family, and I'm sure they'll love them just as much as you do, okay? Now I see 1 or 2 questions. Let me see. I put my measurements in my notes on my phone. Yes, Abby, that's genius. That is, if you guys didn't see, Abby said she just put her measurements in her phone. That's what I do as well. So then I can just, you know, every single week, it's like I just type it in and I can see, and you guys can track along where you're at. I will tell you, so the Challenge Tracker app, it does track it for you too if you insert it every single week. But when we restart the group, which I just learned, so when we restart it in March, it'll delete all of your stats. So make sure that you keep track of that, okay? Hydro Jug is 73 ounces. Oh, Ashley, you have one of those. I keep seeing those on Instagram. Does she have it right there? She's gonna like pull it up. They're really cute water bottles, you guys. That the Hydro Jugs, and 73 ounces. Holy moly, that's amazing. 73 ounces. Yeah, oh, we've got the cute one. That's the one I wanted. Yes, you guys. So there's so many fun water bottles. And there's also, if you're someone who struggles to drink water and like to remember, my mom's one of those people, there's an app for all phones that you can type in and just type in water. There's all these different apps that will like alert you to drink water, okay? Because water is like, if we can change anything over the next 21 days, water is a big one, okay? Any other questions, you guys? Yes, no, yes, no. All right, guys. Well, wow, I finished in 30 minutes.